Hey folks, sorry I haven't been around, but life has a way of kicking you in the ass, and it unfortunately things haven't been going so well for me. But anyway, enough of my whining. I been busy with stuff and keeping entertained, and what's that sound? Oh my God! It's a YouTube comment. Oh, Jesus Christ! You got this. I got this. I got this. All right. So, let's see here. Let's see. This is oh, this is from the Joust thing here. Let's see here. J for 80s writes, awesome. Can't wait till it's done. Oh. uh, I never intended to finish the Joust thing. I only wanted to show multicolored sprites. But I'm glad you brought this up, Jay, because I actually been thinking about it, and unfortunately, the having Joust on the Commodore 64 presents a lot of problems because well, let's just show you here. If you go to here and you see my little guy here, and he's cool. He's cool at all. He walks around. He flies. But unfortunately, um, there's one sprite here that represents the vulture, and then there's another sprite that represents the Joust character because I cannot display more than 3 colors per sprite. And this is a huge waste to use 2 sprites just for one character. Otherwise, because the Commodore can only display 8 sprites at a time in a particular area, that would be a huge waste. This way, you would only see 4. If I were to use this method of having 1 sprite for the character and 1 sprite for the vulture, you would only be able to see 4 um, characters in a particular area in this particular field on in the game, and that's no good. You want to see at least like 8 flapping around in this particular area. I mean, what's going on is the sprite. What I can do is multiplex this sprite. So I can have 8 in this area here, and I can have 8 in this area here, and I can have 8 in this area here, and I can have 8 in this area here, and that's not a problem. I can do that. But if I'm having a sprite just to display this character and this character, then I can only show 4 vultures and riders in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area, etc. So that's no good. We don't want that. We want to be able to see 8 in any one particular vertical field for the display. I'm hoping I'm explaining this well, because to see that you want to have this thing here and this character as well. I don't want to half-ass it and use one of these colors to display this character, because that would be lame. I want to be able to say the Shadow Knight. I want to be able to see the white one and the red one of these characters, along with the buzzard. And you can't do that with sprites because you could only display 3 colors per sprite. And as you can see here, I have red, yellow, and green for this bird, right? And I'm able to get this guy, I need to have another sprite to show just this color. And unfortunately, the way sprites work is color 1 and color 3 both share the same colors as the other multicolor sprites. So as you can see here, here's yellow here, and here's green here, and here's yellow here and green here for this sprite. And I'm only able to change this color here for the Shadow Knight to display his unique color. And I could change this to white, or I can change this to red for the different types of knights that would be on this buzzard. So, what is the answer then? Well, the answer is software sprites. Now you might say, what the hell software sprites, Juan? Well, software sprites are... Boom! Here you go. Software sprites. Now what's happening here is this is actually drawing directly onto the bitmap these images in software. And as you can see, there's 8 of them. And so I will be able to display the 8 sprites for the buzzard, and then you can have these characters here represent the riders for those sprites. So we can have more colors for each of the enemies, or even the player characters themselves represented in the screen. And you can have more colors displayed. Now, what's going on here? You look at this and you go, what's all this jittery bullshit going on here? Well, the way the Commodore works is, the way screens work is that the raster moves from here all the way across and then goes around and draws and draws and draws and draws, draws. It literally draws from left to right, top to bottom. And what I'm doing here is, at this point here, I say, start drawing all this crap. So when the raster reaches here, because I'm never going to be drawing anything below this point, below the lava in the game, if I were to make Joust. Never at this point will I be drawing anything below this point. So I don't need to worry about that. So I could just say, all right, at this point right here, start drawing my software sprites. Now, as you can see here, at this point, I turn the border color to white. So I'll be able to know exactly how much time it takes to draw all 8 of these software sprites to go from here all the way around, and it wraps around up here, up to this point right here. Now, it's a little slow. I wouldn't want this. I would want this to be around here. So this way, if it's drawing all 8 of them and it draws up here, you'll be able to see all 8, because right now, if the 8th sprite went up here, it would probably disappear because it's drawing after the raster reaches this point here, and that's no good. I would need to make this code a little bit faster, if I could, to make it draw to here. And this way you'll be able to see all 8 of these software sprites onto the screen. I hope to God I am explaining this decent enough. So I've made this as fast as I possibly can. And this is amazingly fast for NTSC. If this game was in PAL, we'd be laughing. There's plenty of processor time after this point here, and they're able to draw 8 sprites and then some to display stuff. If this was a European game, if it was PAL. But unfortunately, I want it in NTSC. And NTSC, unfortunately, there's not a lot of time between here and here to draw everything that I need. That's just the nature of the way it is. That's unfortunately the nature of the beast when it comes with the Commodore. So that's what's going on. And, to be perfectly honest, this works really well. I'm able to draw all the things and run code of driving all of these sprites. and it works really, really well. Yeah, you could say, well, they kind of disappear in that. Or the bits between the sprites of which one, because that would just take too much time. That's just another line of code that would be added in there that would potentially slow it down. This would probably like be down to here at this point if I added that in there, and I really don't want to do that. And ultimately, you would never see that in this game because the characters, when they collide together, they'll usually like bounce off each other. So there's never going to be a point where the characters will intersect each other, where you'll see the software sprites colliding into each other. So that is basically it. And yeah, it works really, really well. It's very cool, and that's about it. So yeah, we'll be able to have more characters on the screen, representing their own colors, and it will look much more like the actual game Joust, whereas you would see all the colors of the characters. And I don't know why I spent so much time on that, but I did, and it's very, very neat. It works very, very well, and I don't know if I were to actually make the game, that's how I would approach it: to make software sprites and able to drive the actual jousters on the buzzards. So the buzzards would be sprites, and the jousters would be software sprites, and able to get more colors onto the screen. So anyway, that's about it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you understood what the hell it all means. If you don't, let me know. If this confuses you, you go, Juan, what the fuck you talking about? By all means, let me know, and I will make a video that goes in depth exactly what the hell the Commodore 64 actually does in hardware and software, and able to produce these images onto the screen. So yeah, leave a comment, press a like. You know, that would be nice if someone actually clicked the like button on my videos, or leave a comment, or oh my God, subscribe. If we get to 20 subscribers, I'll have the most amazing party, 20 subscriber party that we'd ever seen ever. So anyway, that's it for now, and we're going to move on to more fun and interesting stuff. So anyway, folks, you take care, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.